Twitter has a native feature that 90% of people ignore. It's managing 5 accounts at once in a single session. I turned it into a system that generates 30 qualified leads per week without cold outreach. And in this video, I'll show you the complete process to do the same. If you are a freelancer, a marketer, or anyone trying to get clients by posting content and hoping someone notices, you already know the truth. Nobody is paying attention. And when someone does check out your profile, there is nothing that makes them trust you or want to message you. Hey, I'm Tom, and I'm about to show you how to flip that. From being invisible to getting 10 to 30 warm leads every week. No cold DM is needed. The strategy is called the echo mention strategy. And it's about showing up inside conversation where your ideal clients are already talking about their problem. I'll show you how to use 5 accounts to do this at scale so your brand feels like it's everywhere. And here's what we'll cover today. First, how to set up your 5 accounts with different persona that speak to every buyer. Second, how to find the exact conversation where your prospects are asking for help right now. And third, how to comment strategically so people see your brand as an obvious solution without ever feeling like you're spamming. And by the end, you'll know how to turn Twitter into a lead generation machine that runs on autopilot. So let's dive in. All right, step one is all about creating your 5 accounts. By having 5 different persona, you cover every psychological prospect profile your prospect have. So here's how you do it. Open a Google Sheet. I'll drop the template I use in the description, but it's pretty easy. And you're going to create 3 columns: account name, angle, and bio. Let me walk you through the 5 persona you need. So the account one is the expert. This is your authority figure, someone who's been doing this for years. And this persona share framework, data, and high-level insight. You can check all the bio I've made and you can copy them. Account 2 is a practitioner. This is a person in the trench showing real result. This persona gives concrete example of what's working right now. Account 3 is the beginner who is winning. This is the most relatable persona. Someone who was there, who was where your prospects are just months ago. And a good bio can be ex-employee turned freelancer, 6 months in, 10K a month. Can be more details, but you get the essence. This persona inspire beginner by showing fast win are possible. Account 4 is the niche specialist. This one focus on solving one specific problem very well. This persona attract people with that exact pain point. And the account 5 is the curator. This account test tools, compare solution, and review everything. This persona build the trust by helping people make informed decisions. And here's a bonus tip most people don't know. Twitter lets you manage all accounts in one session. No login, no logout, just switch between them with 2 clicks. Like this. Like I have all my 5 accounts here. I have more accounts in a different session, but here I handle all this account, right? This makes the whole process incredibly efficient. Once your accounts are set up, post 3 to 5 posts on each one to avoid looking like a new empty account. You can even post and retweet every week to maintain the activity. But keep it simple, just share a few insights of observation in your niche. You now have your 5 accounts, each speaking to a different buyer psychology, all manageable from one session. So now let's find the conversation where your prospects actually are. Step 2 is all about keyword research. Because here's the thing, your prospects are already on Twitter talking about their problem right now. Just need to know what words they are using. So open another tab in that Google Sheet and you are going to list 10 to 15 keywords that your ideal client search for when they need what you offer. Now, how do you find this keyword? The method 1 is to think like your prospect. Ask yourself, what do they type into Twitter when they have my problem? And what are their exact frustration? Use their language, not yours. And the method 2 is to spy on your competitor. Find competitor in your space and search on Twitter for your competitor name alternative or best and your category, tools, software, agencies, etc. Look at the post and comment. you'll see the exact phrase people use when they are looking for solution. Write those down, and once you have 10 to 15 solid keywords, you're ready to start monitoring. And here's how to do it day to day. So open the search bar, type one of your keywords. So it can be how to grow on X, filter by the latest, so you can see the most recent post. And now scan for posts where someone is asking real question, expressing frustration, or comparing tools. If the post already has 10 to 50 likes, it's even better. Open 5 to 10 relevant posts in your tab, and now you are ready to comment strategically. So here we can see it's a good example of a good post you can comment on, because these people talk about how to grow on X, what strategy to use. He's asking how to do it, like what's your strategy to grow. He wants to know more, and if your tool help or your solution help to grow on X, you have to comment on this one and add value. So now let's talk about how to comment in a way that builds trust and drives leads. All right, with the step 3, it's where the magic happens, with the echo mention strategy. The idea is simple. You leave valuable comment on posts where your prospects are asking for help, and you naturally mention your brand as part of the solution, not as a pitch, but as a recommendation. Here's the structure every comment should follow. Part 1, validate or add an insight. Show the person you understand their problem. Part 2 is to give an actionable value. Share a quick tip or framework they can use right now. And part number 3 is to mention your brand naturally. This is where you tie it back to your tool or service. So a good comment for this post that we found can be, I spent months just throwing tweets into the void thinking consistency was enough. The shift came when I started treating replies as content. That's actually why I built Commentions, to automate jumping into relevant convo where my audience hangs out without spending 3 hours a day. You're not saying here, buy my product. You're saying, here's what worked for me, and here's the tool that made it possible. Now, here's where the 5 account strategy comes in. You are not commenting on the same post with all the 5 accounts, because that will look obvious. Instead, each account comment on different threads through the day. The result, when someone scrolls through multiple threads in your niche, they start seeing your brand mentioned by what looks like different people. It creates social proof without feeling coordinated. I aim for 5 to 10 comments per account per day. That's 25 to 50 total strategic comments across your 5 accounts. It can take, let's say, 30 to 45 minutes max. And when people reply to your comment, especially with questions like what's your brand, how, or how does it work, this is your green light. That's a warm lead. You can reply publicly, then send a DM to continue the conversation. And here's the best part. Sometimes they'll come to you first. It's real inbound. And that's what we are building here. You might be wondering, what if Twitter flags this as spam? And it's a great question. But as long as you're adding real value in every comment and you are not copy-pasting the same message everywhere, you're fine. Now let me show you how to scale this even further. So everything I just showed you works. You can absolutely do this manually and see result within the first week. But here's the reality. Finding posts, switching between accounts, and tracking replies, it's adds up. That's where automation comes in. And the tool we built to do this is called Commentions. And here's what it does. You can plug your 5 accounts, you can give the list of the keyword you choose, and it will automatically detect posts where your prospects are talking about those keywords. Then it will post a comment with your account, a comment that add value and simply promote your brand. It's basically the entire e-commerce strategy I just taught you, but on autopilot. And instead of spending 45 minutes a day searching and commenting, you're only spending 5 minutes reviewing comments and engaging with warm leads. So let me show you how it works inside Commentions. It's very easy. Here you can connect all your accounts. So I use this strategy for myself and for my software also. That's why I've connected 10 plus account to do this exact strategy. What you can do is here add your brand, detail everything, like is it a service, a product, a personal brand. You can summary your brand and you can fill with AI all of this, like the problem you solve, the benefit of your brand, and what makes your brand unique. The best is to do it by yourself because you know your brand the better. But once it's done, you just have to go to workflow, and you can see here I have multiple workflow with different accounts, and it's easy. You just have to name the workflow, choose the account, select your brand. You can even target different time zone that will lead you to comment 24/7 through your 5 accounts. Choose different language if you want, also if you target different markets. Comment tone, formality, the perspective. Perspective is important. You can choose owner, external entity, or team member. Owner, you will talk as you own the brand. Team member, you will talk as you are part of the brand. And external entity is also powerful because you will talk as a customer of the brand. So it's the best for social proof. You can choose question frequency, emoji, and the comment length. You'll have to add your keyword here, like the keyword you already monitor manually, but you'll have to enter here. So let me show you how it works. Remove this one, add it again, and you'll see that it's checking if the keyword has enough volume. If the keyword does not have enough volume, this keyword will be in red and the software won't comment on it. So make sure the keyword you target have enough daily volume. Then here you can choose how many comments you want to make per day. So you can save and you can replicate for each of your account with different keywords. So let's check some comments I've made. Yesterday I've made many comments. You can check here, and I can check all the stat I have. So here I don't have replies, but I have some likes. Let's check if I have some replies from yesterday. So you can see here, I have a replies. So here you have to go on the post and replies to the replies or send a DM. And you can also check all the stats you've made. So you can see here, last 24 hours, I've made almost 1,000 impressions, like people that seen my comment, almost 200 mention, 18 like, and 10 replies. Like this is 10 leads I can contact directly because they reply to my comment. This is warm leads. And you can also check the top performing workflow. So if you want to try Commention, there is a link in the description. But whether you use Commention or do this manually, the strategy is the same. You show up where your prospects are already looking for help, you add value, you mention your brand naturally, and it will turn conversation into clients. All right, let's quickly recap what we covered today. The step 1 is to set up your 5 Twitter account with different personas. The step 2 is to build a list of 10 to 15 keywords your prospects use when they need your solution. The step 3 is using the echo mention strategy by validating the problem, give value, and naturally mention your brand. When people reply, that's your warm link. Follow up in DM and turn visibility into sales conversation. So what to do now? If you want to take this to the next level, here's what I recommend. Start with 2 or 3 accounts manually and test the strategy for 1 week. Find your best performing keyword and track which persona get the most engagement. Once you see it working, and you will, then bring in automation with Commention to scale it up. I've dropped the link in the description along with the Google Sheet template for your persona and keyword. And if this video helped you to see Twitter differently, hit that like button and subscribe. I share strategy like this every week. Now, go farm those Twitter accounts and turn visibility into revenue. I'll see you in the next one.